In a few hours, this street will start a fire that burns for 4 days. I'm standing in Pudding Lane. It's just after midnight, September 2nd, 1666. Behind me is Thomas Farriner's bakery. Right now, he's asleep upstairs. He thinks the oven fire is out. It isn't. Somewhere in that oven, a spark is about to find fuel. Around me, 80,000 people are asleep in timber houses, packed so tight you can lean out one window and touch the next. It hasn't rained in weeks. The buildings are dry as kindling. And by Wednesday, 13,000 of them will be gone. September 1st, 1666, Pudding Lane. The bakery beside you will start a fire that destroys 13,000 houses. The air smells like fresh bread, coal smoke, and the Thames, church bells ring across the city. This is Thomas Farriner's bakery. He supplies ship's biscuit to the Navy. Last night, he raked the coals and went to bed. The fire wasn't out. After midnight, a spark found fuel. By 2 in the morning, smoke poured through the floor. The family escaped across the rooftops. Their maid was too frightened to jump. She became the fire's first victim. By dawn, flames have spread to the Star Inn next door. Hay stored in its yard catches. The fire now has room to breathe. The Lord Mayor is woken and brought to the scene. He looks at the flames, shrugs, and declares that a woman might piss it out. It hasn't rained in weeks. The timber houses are tinder dry. The streets are so narrow that fire leaps roof to roof. We begin at London Bridge, the only crossing over the Thames. A street of shops and houses built right on top of the water. 20,000 people cross here every day. Merchants, servants, fishwives, beggars. The bridge is London's front door. The shops sell everything: gloves, pins, books, wigs. If you can buy it in London, you can buy it on the bridge. Look down between the buildings and you see the river rushing through the arches below. The current so strong it roars like thunder. At the southern gatehouse, traitors' heads rot on spikes, a warning to anyone entering the city. Children walk past without looking. A fire here would be catastrophic. Timber buildings, no escape on either side, just water below and flames in front. Nowhere to run. This bridge has burned before. It will burn again in 2 days. 30 houses will go up before they manage to create a firebreak. But that's later. Right now, the bridge is just waking up, and no one here has any idea what's coming from Pudding Lane. Cheapside, the widest street in London, the heart of trade. By late morning, it's so packed you can barely move. Goldsmiths keep stock in wooden boxes. Drapers hang silk from timber beams. A fortune in goods. All of it will burn. Servants push through with baskets. Porters balance loads on their heads. Everyone shouting, haggling, shoving. A thief is dragged to the pillory. The crowd jeers and throws rotten vegetables. Justice in London is public and fast. Cook fires blaze at every food stall. Open flames, dry wood, canvas awnings. No one thinks twice. Look up and you see the signs. A golden key, a painted glove. Pictures because most Londoners cannot read. All of this is wood. The stalls, the shops, the upper floors. When fire comes here, it will spread in minutes. But today is Sunday. The market is busy. The sun is warm. Old St. Paul's Cathedral, the tallest building in London. Its spire rises 500 feet. You can see it for miles. The cathedral is 600 years old. The spire was struck by lightning a century ago. They never rebuilt it. The churchyard is chaos. Booksellers hawk pamphlets. Lawyers hunt clients. Beggars work the crowd. London's public square. Inside, people conduct business. They call it Paul's Walk. Merchants make deals. Servants seek work. It never stops. The roof is lead over timber. Hundreds of tons of wood holding up hundreds of tons of metal. A perfect oven. In 3 days, the fire reaches St. Paul's. The lead melts and runs down the streets. The stones explode from heat. Booksellers will lose everything. Warehouses of books stored in the crypt. They think stone walls will protect them. But right now, the bells ring for midday prayer. The faithful go in. Life goes on. Down by the river, the wharves are stacked with everything London needs. Timber, coal, oil, tar. all of it flammable. Ships from the Baltic bring timber. Ships from Newcastle bring coal. London burns through mountains of it every week. The warehouses are packed. Pitch for ships, tallow for candles, whale oil for lamps, rivers of fuel waiting to burn. A waterman rows passengers across. 3p to cross, cheaper than the bridge. Faster too, if the tide is right. Fishwives gut the morning catch on the docks. Herring, cod, mackerel. The smell carries for streets. When fire reaches the wharves, the tar and oil burn so hot the stones crack. The glow is seen 50 miles away. Samuel Pepys lives nearby. He'll bury his wine and cheese to save them. His diary tells us everything we know. But right now, the afternoon is warm and the river is busy. Boatmen call for fares. Gulls fight over scraps. In the wealthier streets, houses have stone foundations and glass windows. A merchant here might be worth £10,000. Inside, the family finishes dinner. Roast mutton, white bread, French wine. Luxuries most Londoners never taste. The furniture is carved oak. Tapestries on the walls. A family portrait above the fireplace. The merchant reads a letter from Amsterdam. Business is good. Ships arriving. He has no idea his warehouse will burn. His wife embroiders by the window. Their daughter practices the virginals. Servants move quietly. In the cellar, they keep valuables. Silver plate, documents, coins. They think stone walls make them safe. By Wednesday, this street will be ash. The family escapes. The servants save what they can carry. Nothing more. But today, the fire is small, still contained. Someone else's problem. The merchant locks his door and counts his blessings. Night falls on London. No streetlights, no gas lamps. When the sun goes down, the city disappears into darkness. Only fire gives light. The watch patrols with lanterns. They call the hour and check for trouble. Curfew breakers, drunks, thieves. The night belongs to them. Taverns stay open past curfew. Inside, men drink ale and argue about the war with the Dutch. The fire in Pudding Lane is just gossip. A drunk stumbles out into the lane. He'll sleep in a doorway tonight. No one will help him. In 3 days, that doorway will be gone. Behind closed shutters, families sleep. Parents and children in one bed. Servants in the attic. A single candle left burning for safety. Every house has a hearth. Every hearth has embers. Every ember is a fire waiting to happen. London lives with this risk every night. Across the city in Pudding Lane, the fire is growing. Sparks jump to the next house, then the next. The east wind is pushing it west toward the bridge. Most of London is asleep. They'll wake to smoke and screaming. But right now, the bells are silent, and the fire is just beginning. By Monday morning, the fire has jumped the gap at London Bridge. By Monday night, it reaches Cheapside. The heart of London is burning. By Tuesday, St. Paul's Cathedral is gone. The lead roof melts. The stones crack. 600 years of history reduced to rubble in hours. The wharves burn so hot the tar boils in the barrels. Warehouses explode. The glow can be seen from Oxford, 50 miles away. 13,000 houses destroyed. 87 churches, the Guildhall, the Royal Exchange. 400 acres of London gone. 100,000 people homeless. They camp in the fields outside the city walls. They have nothing left but what they carried. Officially, only 6 people died, but the poor weren't counted. The real number will never be known. The fire burned too hot to leave bodies. How do we know all this? Parish records, insurance claims. Samuel Pepys buried his diary before he fled. He dug it up and kept writing. London rebuilt in stone. The medieval city was gone forever, but on that Sunday morning, none of them knew. It was just another ordinary day.